Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to be going over the unusual options activity with AMC and go over my price targets for AMC next week. Now remember guys, do not forget to subscribe, and with that being said, I want to talk about the high number of volume that AMC has for call options expiring next week, the week after that, and then the week after that. Now for those of you guys that do not know what a call option is, a call option gives you the right to purchase 100 shares of a stock, and when you guys see the price of a stock go up really high, it is honestly usually because of call options or put options. Now, put options is a little bit different because if you see the price of a stock go very down very quickly, that is usually because of a put option, because that gives you the right to purchase 100 shares of a stock, and you're basically betting that the stock is going to go down when you buy a put option. However, when you do buy a call option, that is basically a bet that the price of a stock is going to go up. Now, one of the reasons why call options and put options are very useful for trading and why they drive the price of a stock so high is because of the volume, guys. So many people buy call options and put options because they are so cheap to purchase in the first place. Therefore, what I'm about to show you right here is there are some crazy call options expiring for AMC that are worth $100, $140, and even more, right? And they expire all next week. And then there are also some call options for the week after that as well. And so if you look at how much volume there is for the $100 strike price for the call options that expire on June 18th, the volume is roughly, so $100, 12,182. That is how many people are trying to buy, or they have already purchased call options that expire next week, June 18th. And so, what do you think that these call options are going to do? You think that 12,000, people are just going to have their contracts expire worthless or be in a loss? Because if you compare this to the put options, so here are the put options for June 18th. If you go to the $100, they are approximately only 287 people, guys. Only 287 people are looking to, bet that the stock is going to go down. And so that is why this is so important, guys. And then it's not just even the $100 strike price for the call options that has an insane amount of volume and interest. It has 12,000 people roughly, that have the contract for the $100 strike price, or that's how many contracts that there are, not necessarily the amount of people that buy the contracts, because some people buy hundreds of contracts, right? And that's just one person. But yeah, so 12,000 contracts were purchased. But if you look at, let's say, 140 or 145, the $145 strike price for the contracts, call options of AMC has 32,540 calls purchased. So that is the volume right there. 32,540 contracts for call options were purchased for AMC. And so there are a lot of people that are very nervous for next week for AMC because the price is starting to trend downwards. However, I'm going to go over to the technical analysis to explain why I personally believe that AMC is still going to $70, but not even $70, guys. I think that AMC is going to $100 a share. And again, one of the reasons why I believe it is going to $100 a share is because of the options activity. They will not tell you about the options activity, guys. They will, when the price goes up, that is when everyone's going to realize suddenly that what drove the price of AMC really high. But then at that point, when it reaches $100 a share, it's going to be too late, right, for everyone to get back in and just start buying call options over there, which is why you guys need to be prepared before. And I know a lot of people that are stressing about next week, as I said before, but again, if you guys just look at the options activity for AMC, which again, not a lot of people know about, which is why I understand why a lot of people are stressed. But again, that's why I decided to make this video, because a lot of people are stressing. However, there are just so many people. And again, it really just makes you think, like, why are these people buying so many call options that are like almost worth $150 per share, right? And again, it just gives you some idea as to what you guys might want to do, because remember, I'm not a financial advisor, but you guys can see it right here, and you guys could see it on your broker as well. You guys could see all the contracts expiring, whether it be call options or put options. And so again, there are less put options than there are call options. So that is obviously another very important factor that you need to consider about AMC. And also, one of the reasons why I bring up the options is because actually when I was looking at the options for last week, week, right, it was $77. Those were the options that I was looking at, and those were the ones with the highest volume last week. And then those were the ones where AMC actually hit $77 a share this week, right? It hit it a few days ago, obviously, but I was seeing those call options last week, and those ones had the highest volume. And so, again, it's just very interesting now because what I'm seeing now is instead of the $77 call option strike price with the highest volume, I'm seeing the highest volume at the $145 call option strike price. So again, guys, hopefully you guys understand that there are a lot of people, and actually more people, betting that the stock of AMC is going to go higher, and they think it's probably going to go to roughly $150. Not 150 exactly, but around the $100 to $145 range. And so for anyone interesting, I am now going to go over the technical analysis of why I think, not only just because of the call options, but again, just based off of technical analysis, why I believe AMC is going to $70 a share, but not even $70 a share. I think $100 per share. All right, guys. So for the AMC technical analysis, what I usually like to do, and remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I like to do, but I like to look at the 1 year, 1 day chart for any stock because I feel like what a lot of people are stressing over about is the 1 day, 1 minute chart. And again, this is usually for penny stocks, but the 1 day, 1 minute chart usually doesn't give you such a great idea as to what to do for a stock. But since this is AMC and it is very volatile, the 1 day, 1 minute chart might actually help. So for the short term, if you guys are looking for some price targets, if you guys want to be bearish, which I know some people are, which basically again means that you're betting that price of AMC is going to go down, I would say that the first support would be at 41.50, but I really do not think that it is going to go to 41.50. But if it does, that would just be support number one because really on my channel, I don't want any of my subscribers back holding any stock. So if worse does come to worse, I think that AMC, and remember, this is just if worse comes to worse, could go to 41.50. And the reason why I'm starting off with support levels is just to give you guys an idea as to what are some key levels that, we need to look at when determining what the worst could happen for AMC is. Now, this is just support number one because support number two would be at the $38 level. If it would to be exact, I would say 37.74. That would be support number two. Or you could just round it to 38.30, one of those. And then those would be my final supports because I'm honestly not looking for it to go down that much. I think AMC, especially because of the call options that expire next week, I do not think that it will retest these levels. However, if it does, I will be buying more shares. I have been continuously adding to my AMC position. And remember, this is just what I'm doing. So you guys do not have to buy just because I'm buying. But if it does go back to the $41-$40 level and even the $38 level, that is when I'll be buying more shares because, again, my price targets are $70 a share in the short term and then $100 per share, not necessarily in the long term, but just before the end of June. And so the reason why my price target is $100 at the end of June or before the end of June is because, yes, I understand that AMC has never been this high ever before. So you guys might be wondering, how are you getting all these numbers from? How are you getting these price targets from if the chart really doesn't have the $100 level even on there ever before? And to answer your question, what I would first want to say to that is I do not use RSI or MACD when a stock like this has gone up so much, okay? Because at this point, it really will not help. So if anyone has any indicators, in my opinion, I just don't think that they will work at this point. However, for me, what I'm basing this off of is the volume. Okay, my $100 price target is not based off what the RSI is saying or the MACD, it is what the volume is saying. And I've been saying this in my previous videos as well. Okay, I've been saying that volume is going to determine the price of AMC at this point because it has risen so fast, okay? And because it has risen so much. And one of the things that I actually was really happy about the AMC chart is the fact that we have been having a lot of support. And as you can see from the 1 year, 1 day chart, because you would not be able to know this if you were looking at the 1 day, 1 minute chart or the 5 day, 5 minute chart. And basically, what I'm seeing is that we have not fallen below a major support of $38, right? And we have not been able to break a support of $37 a share. And to be exact, we have not been able to break a support of $36.52 a share. Okay, so 36.52 ultimate support, have not been able to break that yet, okay? And I don't think that we will break it either. And as you can see from these candles, if anyone has been trading for a relatively long time, they understand that these candles, especially if they're red, yes, the color is red, so it does indicate a downfall in price. But as I said, for traders that have been trading for more than 6 months, they know that these candles are usually the best type of candles to see on a stock pattern because it indicates that there's so much strength. And around this time was actually when the volume of AMC was at all-time highs, which is again why my only indicator will be volume, because there's so much support and you can really only be able to know that if you look at the volume. Okay, because the RSI and the MACD are indicating that this stock is going to fall down. However, in my opinion, I do not think that the momentum agrees with the RSI or the MACD, because next week there could be some news by the CEO of AMC, or just some news about the AMC company in general, and then this stock is going to go so high. There will be so much more momentum, and then price of AMC will go to $70 a share, and then from 70 it will break, and then it'll go all the way to 100. Okay, so again, I'm going to end the video here, but what I really just want to say is volume, in my opinion, will really be the driving factor in determining AMC's price, and I'm a believer that the AMC momentum is not over yet. There are so many people talking about this stock, and like GameStop, I do not think that AMC's run is over yet, because GameStop took a long time before it ended up reaching $400 a share. And then, if you guys remember, GameStop went down and then it went all the way back up. I remember it went from $400 a share to like 100, then it went all the way back to 300. So again, these stocks, they run in cycles, and I do not think that the cycle is over yet. And even if AMC does fall in the short term or temporarily, I think that there will be another cycle and then it will go even higher, because that is what happened to GameStop. What GameStop ended up doing was it went extremely high for the first few weeks and then it went back down. What people didn't understand was that when it went down, it was actually preparing for another massive move to the upside, which could be what we are seeing right now for AMC. Now again, I'm going to end the video here. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.